WAAY First News at 4 in high definition.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us. I'm Meredith Wood. Here's a look at some of the top stories today. We are preparing for another bout with Old Man Winter as parts of North Alabama and southern Tennessee plan for snow and ice. WAAY 31's Holly Thrasher is live in Huntsville with more on how crews are taking a proactive approach this time around. Holly.
Meredith, crews have been working around the day trying to figure out exactly what they need to do to make sure they're prepared for any snow or ice accumulation that may hit our area. And I'm here off Bankhead Parkway, which officials tell me will almost for sure be shut down if road conditions deteriorate at all. Now, as with Huntsville Public Works earlier today, they have 2 snow plows, 2 rock and sand spreaders, as well as 4 salt trucks, and they also have 6 trucks on standby. They can call those in if necessary. And officials from all over North Alabama were at the National Weather Service weather briefing today to find out just how bad this weather event is going to actually be. The consensus right now is that there will be accumulation in our area for sure, but it will likely not start until very late tonight. And again, that's just a consensus. That's not 100%. But tomorrow night, all that melted snow could refreeze and cause even bigger problems when the next weather pattern moves in on Wednesday. So right now, Meredith, they are just preparing for the worst with crews on standby to spend the night at the office tonight or tomorrow night so that they're not trapped at home if road conditions do indeed deteriorate. Live in Huntsville, Holly Thrasher, WAAY 31, First News.
All right, Holly, thank you very much for that update. We appreciate it. Meanwhile, due to the chance for some road problems, several school systems are already making plans for students to arrive late. Huntsville City, Athens City are on a 2-hour delay. Tuscumbia City will be starting at 10 a.m. Colbert County also delayed 2 hours. WAAY City and Scottsboro City schools will be closed all day tomorrow, as will Coleman and Jackson County. Of course, this is just a short list of some of the schools that are closed, and you continue to follow the updates right here on WAAY 31 and our website, WAAYTV.com. So obviously, Spencer, schools are kind of making their preparations so that kids won't be out on the roads very early in the morning. This is such a developing system. I know y'all been watching it for days, and things are just kind of ever evolving. So what's kind of the latest? What are we looking at right now?
Well, here's the situation. What we want to do is prepare for the worst, hope for the best. Because with these type of systems, they can shift just a few miles north or south and make major changes. So let's talk about what we're seeing out there right now. And again, we're not seeing a whole lot going on across the Tennessee Valley. As you take a look at our Florence Tower Cam, it is pretty quiet. In fact, the sun is even peeking through in Florence. You made it up to 41 thanks to a little sunshine, so that's not too bad. The cloud cover's been with us. We've seen a few snowflakes across the area today, some reports of sleet in some areas, but it was very minor, didn't last very long. Here's a look from our tower cam here on Montesano, and we're looking at a little hazy sunshine trying to peek through. But look at the temperature right now here on the mountain, 29 degrees. So it's much colder in the higher elevations, staying below freezing. Everyone else in the mid to upper 30s is what we expected. Now take a look at Storm Force 31 Viper, and I've circled an area across central Alabama, or north central Alabama, north central Mississippi, and eastern Arkansas. This is where I think the axis of the precipitation will begin. And look, it's already starting to show up in the form of a little light snow across eastern Arkansas back toward Pine Bluff. This is all trending eastward. So wherever this line builds is where we'll see the northern extent of this. So we're right on the line right now for the potential for some light snow or freezing rain. Now let's take a look at temperatures. They're all above freezing in most areas of North Alabama and southern Tennessee right now, but they'll go back below freezing as we head into tonight. So let's take a look at the winter weather advisories. And this is for sleet, freezing rain, and snow. A lot of travel issues across portions of Georgia, central Alabama, central Mississippi, likely as we go through the next couple of days. And this system may not be as bad as the next system that comes in on Wednesday and Wednesday night, but if you're traveling down toward Atlanta, Birmingham, down toward Jackson, Mississippi, these are areas all under either winter storm warnings or winter weather advisories. The warnings are the ones we're a little more concerned with in the pink, because that means the travel could be a little more treacherous. Could see 1 to 3 inches of snow in those areas, and maybe even some freezing rain, which would cause major travel issues. So that's something we'll have to keep an eye on overnight tonight, tomorrow. We're on the northern fringes of this. Winter weather advisory for all of North Alabama. Winter storm warnings just to our south. And again, this means that these areas could see some light snow or light freezing rain for a brief period of time. It could cause a little issue on the roads. Now, our forecast model is keeping all of the accumulation to our south. Look at this. It's only showing 0.1, so we're talking 1/10 of an inch of snowfall or more. Now, some of those areas could pick up an inch or two. The models don't always pick up well on snowfall totals, but either way, it's keeping most of us on the dry side as we go toward Huntsville, Athens, and Decatur. So this is what we're thinking. Not much of anything if you go across southern Tennessee, extreme northern Alabama. As you go from Huntsville south, and especially some of the higher elevations, we could pick up a dusting overnight tonight into tomorrow, and then maybe 1 to 2 inches from Coleman back toward Fort Payne. But again, this is just an idea. This line could shift further north or further south. So that means that some areas may not get anything at all. So here in Huntsville, we have the opportunity or the chance that we may not see anything out of this system. However, with the moisture so close by and temperatures cold, we have to prepare, so it's better to be prepared. So we're not saying that it's definitely going to happen, but you want to be safe rather than sorry. So here's what we're looking at as we go through time. Again, the model, this is just one of the many models keeping all that moisture to our south. This is 6 a.m. on Tuesday, showing light snow from Guntersville to Coleman to Gadsden to Fort Payne, and it tries to shift it northward by 10 o'clock in the morning toward Huntsville and keeps some light rain around in the afternoon. And again, this precipitation will end, and then we'll see another round come in by 4 o'clock Wednesday morning, and that will linger through the day on Wednesday. So that could be a bigger issue because there's a lot more precipitation, a lot more moisture with that one. Connect with me on Facebook and Twitter. You can find all my updates through the next few days. And of course, on the Tennessee Valley Weather blog, I just posted the latest on the forecast there, tnvalleywx.com. 27 tonight, mostly cloudy, again, snow developing late, mainly south of the Tennessee River. Temperatures will definitely be cold enough, at or below freezing. Most areas, southern Tennessee, you may not see anything at all out of this system. Tomorrow, temperatures up near 37 with snow showers changing over to some light rain. And again, this is south of the Tennessee River is the best chance. Temperatures will go above freezing for a brief period, and that will keep us on the wet side if we do see any precipitation. But again, the better chance probably comes in on Wednesday with the next system, an area of low pressure that could dump several inches somewhere in Georgia or eastern Alabama. So that's something we'll have to keep an eye on. But either way, just pay attention. Go ahead with your travel plans. But if you see us come on air, or if you visit us on WAAYTV.com and we start talking about the threat is higher, then people need to pay attention.
All right, so just good kind of warning advice. We're glad it's not going to be as significant as we thought it was a few days ago. That's good news.
Yeah.
And if people noticed, the weekend looks pretty awesome.
Oh,
so if we can get past the next couple of days,
yes,
smooth sailing.
Absolutely.
All right, so let's take the positive. We're looking to the weekend. Thanks, Spencer. We, of course, will check back in with you at the end of the show. Obviously, everyone's concerned about this. We want to make sure everyone knows exactly what to do, so we've got some help for them.
Yeah, we have crews on it. We're staying on top of this all afternoon and throughout this whole process. Today at 5, we were speaking to emergency crews in DeKalb County and in the higher elevations that Spencer talked about to see if they are ready for the worst that Old Man Winter can throw our way. So keep it right here for the latest on which streets may be unsafe and shut down as we head through the night and, of course, tomorrow. And Friday night, some Decatur EMA workers walked off the job. So what about today with winter weather closing in? WAAY 31 First News is finding out if there are any problems and what about any punishment for leaving that post. That story coming up. Plus, the latest in school delays and closings and more. All this information is rapidly developing, so stay with WAAY 31 First News at 5 for up-to-the-minute details. Meredith.
All right, thanks very much, Deborah. Water woes continue in West Virginia after a chemical at a coal plant leaked into a river last month. Today, officials from West Virginia American Water and state leaders were hit with hard questions during a hearing. The House Transportation Committee held a hearing in Charleston to examine surrounding circumstances and the response to the leak. Representatives from the CDC and Freedom Industries, the company whose tank leaked, were not on hand. More medals have been handed out at Sochi Olympics. The U.S. is currently sitting in 4th place with 5. Canada jumped into the top spot after the men's mogul freestyle skiing. Today's events included men's speed skating, women's hockey, luge, and biathlon. Figure skaters have a couple of days to recover after the team event where the U.S. took home the bronze. All right, we're going to be telling you about a Valentine's Day present that will just keep on blooming, not like bouquets that are gone after just a few days. And
I'm Erin Daisy. Find out how you can fast the right